Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into some really fascinating new research that shows us how to fight back against malicious AI image editing. It's a brand new defense, and it's pretty clever.
This is a huge question these days. AI has given us these almost magical powers to edit images in ways that feel like they're straight out of science fiction. But that power, it comes with a serious threat to our ability to trust what we see.
So before we can even talk about the defense, we've got to understand the offense, right? We have to appreciate just how unbelievably powerful these AI editing tools have become.
Well, this isn't a what-if anymore. It's here. AI models like Stable Diffusion can take a real photograph and completely change it just based on a simple text command. You're literally editing reality with your words.
Okay, take a look at this. All they did was change a single word in the prompt, swapping almond for violet, and the AI doesn't just, change the color. No, it completely reimagines the entire image. It creates a whole new style and a new feeling for this violet tree.
And its power goes way beyond just changing objects. In this example, the prompt goes from photograph to painting. The AI totally gets it. It alters the entire artistic medium, turning a perfectly normal photo into this really cool, stylized piece of art. It's incredible.
But of course, this amazing power has a dark side, and it's becoming a massive problem for our trust in digital media. The very same tools that let us create beautiful art can be turned around and weaponized to create some really convincing fake news.
Yeah, the researchers behind this new defense put it pretty bluntly. This tech can be exploited, and easily. It makes creating deepfakes or manipulated photos dangerously simple for just about anyone, which means harmful content can be spread on a scale we've never seen before.
So how in the world do we fight back against this? Well, the first step is to understand the AI's core weakness, this sort of blueprint that it has to use to make all of these edits.
It all boils down to this process called DDIM inversion. The best way to think about it is like this. Before an architect can renovate a building, they need the original blueprints, right? DDIM inversion is how the AI studies a photo to create its own super detailed digital blueprint. And that blueprint is exactly what it uses to make any changes.
This four-step process is everything. The AI grabs a real image, converts it into its blueprint, which is this special digital data called latent code. Then your text prompt comes in and messes with that code. And finally, the AI builds a brand new image from that modified blueprint.
Now, people have been trying to stop this for a little while, but the first wave of defenses against these AI editors, well, they kind of hit a brick wall. These early methods, things like AdVDM and PhotoGuard, they were a really good first attempt. They worked by adding these tiny, invisible distortions to an image, basically trying to confuse the AI. But they just weren't powerful enough to stop the much more sophisticated tools we have today.
And here's the real reason they failed. Those old defenses, they only attacked one single part of the AI's process. But the AI is smart. It's smart enough to just find a way around that one broken piece. It's like trying to stop a construction project by just hiding a couple of hammers. The crew's going to find other tools and keep right on working.
And that brings us to a much, much better defense. Let's meet DIA, a new state-of-the-art framework from a team of researchers at Seunghoo University in South Korea. So DIA stands for DDI Inversion Attack, and its strategy is totally different. Instead of just attacking one little step, it corrupts the entire path the AI takes to create its blueprint, what the researchers call the trajectory. So it doesn't just hide the hammers, it's like it poisons the concrete mix, making the AI's whole foundation completely unstable. This framework actually comes in two different flavors. The first one, DIA-PT, is all about disrupting the blueprint-making process itself. The second one, DIA-R, works a little differently. It's designed to make sure that if the AI does somehow manage to edit the image, the final result will be as messed up as possible. Both are engineered for maximum chaos.
And wow, the results really do speak for themselves. This chart is measuring something called semantic disruption, which is basically a fancy way of saying how much did the defense mess up the AI's edit. And here, a higher score is better. As you can see, DIS disruption score just blows the older methods out of the water. It's not even close.
Okay, so what does this protection actually look like in practice? Let's see what happens when somebody tries to edit an image that's been shielded with DIO.
Remember our violet tree edit from before? On a normal image, it works like a charm. But when the AI tries that exact same edit on a DIA-protected image, this is what you get, a completely garbled, distorted mess.
The AI just can't follow the instructions because the blueprint it made was corrupted right from the get-go. And it's the same story no matter what edit you try. An attempt to make an image more colorful and beautiful results in, well, this, an unrecognizable, abstract pattern. The AI simply cannot do what it's told. The protection flat out works. And the data confirms this across the board. This table shows something called a CLIP score. Now, you can think of this like a grade the AI gets for how well its final image matches the text prompt. A high score, like the natural edit at the very top, means the AI passed with flying colors. A low score means it failed. And just look, both versions of Dia force the lowest scores, proving they are the absolute best at stopping the unwanted edit in its tracks.
So here's the big takeaway. By corrupting the AI's entire blueprinting process, DI gives creators a really powerful new tool. You can essentially immunize your photos before you even share them online, protecting them from ever being twisted into misinformation later on. DIA is a huge leap forward in this constant arms race between AI misuse and AI protection. But it leaves us with one final and really critical question. As these AI models get even smarter, what comes next? How are we going to continue to adapt and innovate to protect the very idea of what's real?